The man you knew as Joe has gone. This is the new Joe, Crypto Joe. Crypt Joe for short. For I have seen the future, and the future is NFT. I'm going to purchase all of the Unkle Adams NFTs, and then I will one day be a billionaire. Normally I would not share my crypto secrets, but today I have chosen to share them with you, so that maybe one day you could be as rich and successful as me, and you could buy yourself a nice pair of glasses. But you might be asking, what is an NFT? I don't know what that is, Joe. You've got to explain it to me, preferably in a video format. Well, don't you worry, I'll explain all today.
Nothing is impossible to me, bro. I'm in the zone. Thoughts are flowing, vivid things. See my future.
So I've been working on a Pulse review for a little while now, but I haven't had much time to work on it because I've been back at work and I've been just real life keeps getting in the way, lots of stuff going on in the background. But in that time I've been keeping my eye on all things Unkle Adams. And recently our favourite uncle has been getting into NFTs. You might have heard of NFTs, you might have heard that they're being sold for millions, you might have heard that they're bad for the environment, you might have also heard that there might be a big scam. They might not even exist. So what's really going on? We're going to be looking at NFTs. Are they good? Are they bad? And how do they fit into the overall Unkle Adams story? Now, crypto is a super complicated subject, so we're not going to go too deeply into it. The only stuff you need to know is the stuff relevant to Unkle Adams, as with all knowledge. So let's go, everyone. Let's go on an adventure. Whoa! So to start with, to understand NFTs, we first need to just understand crypto, or more specifically, Ethereum, or ETH. For sure. Now, you've almost definitely heard of crypto at this point, a sort of digital currency that seems to be making a lot of people a lot of money. And yeah, that is true, but that doesn't really explain what crypto actually is. To put it quickly, they're a decentralized currency, so no banks. Crypto is made by solving complex algorithms. As more coins are minted, the algorithms get more complicated. Which is why you often hear about like Bitcoin farms needing a ton of GPUs and electricity to power. It's because we're now at a point with Bitcoin where they're so complicated, you need so much processing power to, get the thing made. That quick and sloppy explanation is probably making a few crypto heads pull their hair out. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's all you really need to know for now. The reason I bring this all up is because NFTs use Ethereum, and Ethereum is an open source blockchain unlike Bitcoin, meaning developers can make their own applications and gizmos that work directly with Ethereum. I think it's important to note that with crypto, some people are just in it for the money. So you buy one Ethereum for $150 back in December 2019, and now that same token is worth over $2,000. Whoa! But other people are in it for the whole decentralized currency thing, like they want to take down the banks, that sort of beat. Just to give you guys some perspective of why some people are maybe just in it for a quick buck, and why some people genuinely believe crypto is the future. Now, non-fungible tokens work on the Ethereum blockchain to give a piece of artwork like a unique stamp, or essentially a unique token that works as a sort of receipt. So when you buy an NFT, you're technically not buying the artwork, you're buying a sort of invoice that says you own this particular copy. Now, there's no real difference between, say, this JPEG of me and this NFT of me. It's just that this NFT of me is technically hosted on a website that says it's a unique copy. So basically, the only real difference between these two JPEGs is that this one is hosted on a website like Rarible, and it says that I own it. No one else can take that receipt from me. It just says, I am the owner of my face. Whereas this is just a JPEG on someone's computer. The benefit of this is that I get the bragging rights to the NFT. I get to say, oh, I own it, I'm cool. You don't get to say that because you're stupid and you didn't buy it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, but Joe, what's the actual difference between this JPEG and this NFT JPEG? It seems like there's no difference at all. And yes, that is absolutely correct. In fact, you can even go on Rarible, look at people's NFTs that they've purchased, and literally just save the image right there and then, and you'll have you'll have the image, you'll have a perfect copy of it. Though you probably save it as a PNG because it doesn't do that weird compression thing. Now, this obstacle is the main thing that people can't really overcome to understand NFTs. And to be honest, I've been trying to get into the head of a NFT purchaser for a while now, and I don't really understand it either. I'm gonna be honest. I've really, really tried, but it's just, I don't get it. I've seen many people try and compare it to owning the original Mona Lisa and comparing it to an exact copy of it down to the brushstrokes. One of them is the original Mona Lisa and the other one is just a copy. It doesn't matter how good the copy is, it's not the original. But digital art doesn't really work like that. Again, with the whole copy thing, Da Vinci didn't draw that one, so, or I guess painted. He didn't paint that one. It doesn't matter how good the copy is, he didn't physically paint it. The copy doesn't have all the history behind it. I mean, I assume that's obvious, so I think the Mona Lisa argument is just shit. Also, even if you buy the NFT, you don't technically have the rights to the image. So even if I have an NFT of a song, that doesn't mean I can then use that song in, like, you know, movies I've made or whatever, because I don't own the rights to it. I guess it's the equivalent of owning a very rare record of the song, right? But again, it's like, it's a digital thing. It just doesn't quite work for me. It's not quite there. And I like collecting dumb shit, don't get me wrong, but just even for me, I can't grasp it, and I almost wish I did. I can't get my head around it at all, because it's like a digital crypto non-existent thing. Now, the best comparison I've seen was by this guy on Twitter. He compared it to owning trading cards. Like, most people know that stuff like the shiny Charizard or the MTG Black Lotus are both worth a lot of money, but it's not like you buy them and you own the rights to the card. And at the end of the day, it's a piece of cardboard that can be remade or reprinted, like, super easily. But even in this example, I'd still argue it's quite a bit different. Like the shiny Charizard were by default rare. Like, they weren't easy to get a hold of even when Pokemon cards were, you know, coming out. It's like a random thing. Like, I don't even think you were guaranteed a shiny card in a Pokemon, like, pack. Maybe you got lucky and you got one, and you got even luckier and it was Charizard. And with the Black Lotus, yes, it's rare because it's such an old card, but it's also got a lot of in-game history because it was such a good card. I sort of get it in a way, like, you get to show off your cool collectibles to other like-minded people. It's all tied to, like, one website, like a website like Rareable. So if you're not on Rareable, you don't get to see the rare tokens, so it's almost there, but not quite. Now, I know a lot of people want me to talk about the environmental impact of NFTs, and I will get there, but let's talk about Unkle Adams first. What's going on with him? What's going on with his NFTs? So on June 8th, Unk blessed the world with the first CryptoUnk. Of course, it was based on the original video with the hat and the suit. Now, here's where I actually give a bit of praise to Unk. When I heard about an Unk NFT, I assumed he would just throw up a screenshot of, like, original or something like that and be like, hey, buy this. But to be fair to the guy, nah, it's a little original bit of artwork, a little pixel art. That's cool, isn't it? Now, this whole pixel art design is actually a sort of pun on CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks were one of the first NFTs to come out. There was 10,000 of these little pixel images that were, I think they were generated by an algorithm, like randomly generated. They've kind of become the sort of pseudo mascot, I guess, of NFTs in general. That's why you see so many people getting into NFTs having like a little pixel avatar of themselves. I actually like it because it shows that Unk put just a little bit of research into this, just a little bit, you know? Just you know, that's kind of nice to see. Put a bit of effort into it. Yeah. However, I do have some gripes. This one isn't technically Unk's fault, but a lot of people are now doing the whole CryptoPunk thing. Like, it was kind of a cool idea at first, but now it seems like everyone's doing it, and it's kind of lost its appeal to me because it's no longer generated by an algorithm. Everyone's just making their own pixel artwork and trying to sell it. That means that Unk's artwork is kind of lost in a sea of pixel art, so that kind of sucks. One of the biggest fumbles with the first NFT was the price of it. Unk listed it for 1F, which at the time was worth about $2.5 grand. That's a lot of money. For reference, Jay-Z listed his NFT for $1 grand. Jay-Z's one obviously went on to sell way more. I think it sold for $138,000 at the end or something like that. But you see my point, right? Unkle Adams is not Jay-Z. Like, who's gonna buy an original thing for $2 grand? Like, come on now. Now this one's a bit closer to home, but hasn't the original meme kind of died down a bit by now? Like, there's 18k people in the original posting group, but most posts that bang there get like a couple of hundred likes at most. And when you see the post, it's the same like handful of people all commenting. Like me. I'm sad to say it, but the Unk meme is kind of dying. I was kind of expecting like a vlog or at least a little video about the NFTs, but nothing has come out yet. Maybe there's something in the future being planned or something. It's been ages since we've had at least a million vlog, and the latest song that Unk came out with was just a video for like a 2-year-old song. And I think the song before that was like Superpowers, and that was ages ago. I don't know if Unk's just taking things slower, but I thought at least with this NFT arc we would get a fun little video. Yeah. Also on the flip side, right, like Unk's got like 40k YouTube subscribers and only like I think 20k on Twitter and Instagram. But so he didn't use his biggest thing to try and sell his NFTs? I don't really understand. And this is not even me trying to be mean or anything. Like Unk just Just do a quick video being like, hey, these are NFTs, you can buy them. And then probably someone will probably buy them. Like, I don't know. It makes sense in my eyes. And of course, let's talk about the environmental cost of NFTs. As I said earlier, you might have heard about these Bitcoin farms that are using just a ton of energy. I think it's no secret at this point that crypto is pretty bad for the environment. Whenever you see an artist announce that they're selling an NFT, usually the first thing you see is someone complaining that NFTs are worthless, and the second person is probably complaining about the environment. You see, technically NFTs are kind of worse for the environment than just the average crypto coin. Like, say you buy something with cryptocurrency, you transfer over the coin, and then that's that, really. That's pretty much all of the process. Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick little amendment to the video here because this section's a little bit ropey, isn't it? It's a bit all over the place. I'm going to throw up some little like charts and stuff here to kind of give a better idea of the cost of NFTs. And then when you start looking at NFT transactions, you're looking at stuff like the creation of the NFT, the minting of it, the sale of it, because you're not only transferring the Ethereum, you're also transferring the ownership of the NFT, which is also the algorithm. Not the algorithm, the blockchain. So it's the sale and the transfer of ownership. Also, bidding also uses energy, which I didn't realise. It doesn't use as much as like the sale does, but it obviously does add up, sort of thing. So multiple bids, cancelling bids, stuff like that, all uses energy on the blockchain. So you can really see how this all starts to add up very, very quickly. And not only is the blockchain uses a lot of energy, but there's a lot going on with NFTs. I just thought I'd come in and jump in and say that. Okay, thank you, bye.
I'll diss you back, and I will obliterate your soul.
Environmental costs are kind of a hard thing to measure because, like, obviously cars use a lot of energy, but it's not like we could just be like, okay, no more cars, and we just stop using them. I guess you have to value the sort of usefulness of an object versus its environmental cost. I'm sure there's a more eloquent way to put this, but this is my stupid monkey YouTube channel and we only have small brain thoughts here. But just to go over it quickly, NFT critics think that they're worthless and also using a ton of energy for basically no reason. For example, the sale of this Space Cat NFT used the same amount of energy as a EU household would for 2 months. Now, I'm not gonna sit here like I'm fucking Mr. Green Fingers, like I have solar powered lights and I flush the toilet once a year. I don't. I ain't slick, let's be honest. However, it would be a bit ironic if someone claimed to be all for environmental causes and then started selling NFTs. So one claimed to be for environmental causes and then he made an NFT.
All you gotta do is take a look at the ice caps. Anyone can see that they're melting quite fast.
Yay! And in my humble beginnings review, I spoke about how much Longer was one of my favourite tracks off that album. Now, I didn't think it was the best song ever or anything like that, but Unk refrained from bragging on it and it was about a real issue, so I was like, this is okay. Even now, over Unk's overall discography, I think it's one of the better tracks. And whilst people might rip on Unk, I don't think his message in that song was misguided or anything like that. It was just, you know, save the environment, yeah. Now, a few people are having a go at him on Twitter, you know, like making posts. It was me, I was making the post, it's me, this is me having a go at him. Unk, why? Why'd you do this? Come on, why? I thought we had something. Well, that was my one saving grace from the album. I was trying to be nice, and look where it got me. Disappointment. I don't care if the song was 7 years ago. The younger you would be disappointed as well. Maybe instead of sitting outside a refinery, you should have sat outside your house. Now, because all of this has been done on the blockchain, it's all public information, so we can actually see how much energy Unk has used on his NFT crusade, as it were. So according to this site, Unk has used about 896 kilograms of CO2 emissions, which is about 2,200 miles on an average car, or 101 gallons of gasoline consumed. I don't know if that's worse than I thought it'd be or better than I thought it would be, to be honest. But when you consider it's like 10 NFTs on just a website, it's just a bunch of GIFs and JPEGs, like that's quite a lot when you think about it, when you really break it down. Am I saying Unk is solely responsible for all of climate change? No, of course not. But every time he uploads one, a polar bear dies. Anyway, that was a bit heavy, so let's kind of, go down a little bit. Let's chill out for a bit. It's probably a good time to bring up that minting an NFT actually costs money. Basically, you have to pay a miner a fee, and like this fee can kind of fluctuate based on the miner's cost and the gas cost and stuff like that. It's a little bit complicated, but don't worry about it too much. It's okay. Anyway, all you need to know is that it cost Unk $33 to make this original NFT. Now, Unk uploaded the NFT. We all got a couple of memes out of it. It was all a good laugh. A nephew then decided to buy the NFT for 0.2 ETH, which is about $620 or £450, so not bad. Over $600 for a JPEG. Unk has won!
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money, 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 money.
course, a few people in the Unk fan base were kind of fuming that this guy had given Unk this much money. But the nephew revealed himself and he explained that with his crypto earnings, he had been donating to various causes and charities and stuff like that. And he felt kind of bad for trolling Unk so much back in the day. So he's like, I'll throw him a bone, throw him $600 for the NFT, yeah, go on in. I assume that's how he talks, I've never met the guy. And for the record, I don't think this guy is a bad guy, and I don't think he deserves all this hate he's getting. And hey, it's this guy's earnings, who are we to judge what he spends it on? That said, I joined in a bit on the bullion, so sorry about that, fella. But it's all in good humour. And he got an NFT out of it, so who's really lost? Now, Unk's second NFTs were the Origi tokens. Whoa, oh dear, the Origi tokens, how you've confused me. Alright, so there's 10 tokens, it's a GIF, it's a little original hat that spins around. I think it's like some clip art from Google Images. Now, to spin all 10 of these bad boys, it cost Unk $45. Whoa. However, the weird bit is that Unk sold all 10 of them for $36. Huh? What? Why did that happen? Now, I'm not an expert, but I've been using this website called Etherscan to try and figure out how much this all cost. Also, the prices on Rarible also say how much it was sold for or bought for. And going by the logs, I think this is what happened. Minted them for 48 and then sold them for 36. So why? So the theory is that Unk thought he was selling just one token for $30, which makes sense, I guess. And due to just human error, he accidentally sold all 10. I've seen other theories about that maybe he sold them at a loss, thinking that people would buy them later on, like because you get a 10% cut of each time it's sold on. But I don't get why Unk would sell all 10 at a deficit, and also there's no limit on the bid or anything. He could have just left them up and waited for a higher bid, right? Now this is just a theory, it's not confirmed. Unk, if you are watching, let us know what's going on, but hope you're okay. You can make some more. You make like 50 of them, yeah, why not? I honestly did feel kind of bad for the boy, I honestly did. But then I remembered he was selling like 10 gifts for like a couple of £100 each. And then I was like, oh yeah, actually, yeah, okay. Now, again, this could all be wrong, and worst case scenario, it's all true, but Unk still, he's still in the green from the original token, he still made a good amount of money. However, it's worth noting that for some reason, the fucking nibbling that bought all the tokens has slowly been destroying them. I was unaware that you could destroy an NFT. I thought the whole purpose of like having it on the blockchain was that it couldn't be destroyed. But turns out you can just destroy them, you can just remove it from the blockchain. Well, fuck it, why not? And slowly, one by one, these there's only 8 of them now. There's only 8 tokens. What does he want out of this? I don't really know. Why is he doing it? He's a madman. I'm saying he, could be a she, could be a they. I don't know. They also listed them for sale for 164,000 Ethereum. A clear nod to Unk's famous debt number.
I'll be honest, I owe $164,000 right now. I thought I was gonna blow up by now.
And that's not dollars, that's Ethereum. That's 164,000 Ethereum. That's a lot of fucking money. That's about $350 million. So if you want to buy the Origi tokens, just, you're gonna need to sell a lot of drills. Anyway, this is where the NFTs start to get a little bit out of hand. A few days later, Unk released the Cletus NFT. If you don't know who Cletus is, it's a reference to this Snapchat video Unkle Adams did, where he's rapping with a Snapchat filter.
My name is Cletus, the most elitist rapper out here for the peoples. Everywhere I go, they don't believe me, man. They say, who that? That's that Cletus, man.
All this NFT is a screenshot from that video with a filter over it, which is, to be fair, exactly what I expected Unk to sell on his Rarible page, but I'm still disappointed. This is by far the laziest NFT Unk has released, and he tried to sell it for 1 Ethereum again. So that's another like $2,000. He's been slowly lowering the bid, and the only people who have bidded on it are people offering like £2 to £3 for it. Which is kind of funny. But yeah, this sucks. Like, no one knows who Cletus is. Like, he's just like, again, like an old meme from back in the day. Like, you can't even find the original Cletus video on YouTube. You can only find the like edited version. It's worth noting that if you go on the front page of Rarible, you can see some pretty cool pieces of art. Like, it's like, oh, look at this, that looks cool. And then there's this filth. Also, you can upload videos to Rarible. Why not just sell the Cletus Snapchat, the whole thing? It's like a minute long. Like, just sell that. Hey, buy Cletus. Oh, Cletus. Anyway, despite Cletus not selling and the original tokens being, washed away, Unk continued to release NFTs. We got another CryptoUnk. This one's of Oxygen, his latest video that he came out with. This was also listed for 1 Ethereum, despite the fact that Clearly no one is interested in spending that much money for these NFTs. And again, it's been dropped in price and the only offers are like a couple of small ones. One guy offered $22 for this one, which is like, whoa, that's more than $3. However, it cost $26 to mint it, so Unk would be selling it at a loss. And then we got another NFT. This one's of Friends Over Enemies, with the snow-covered Unk. One of Unk's best tracks, but oh boy, I don't like this NFT, because that don't look like snow. Then over the next few days, Unk just started shitting out NFTs at a ridiculous pace, listing 5 NFTs over the course of 3 days. Now at this point in the story, it's been about 10 days since the original NFT, and now there's just fucking loads of them. So Unk really saturated this really quickly. And I mean, only one of them is sold at this point. I guess the original token's sold, but not at a profit. And even now it's been a few weeks and the highest bid is still that $22 on the Oxygen NFT. But hey, we got another original NFT. It's the one where he's got the chef hat on. Whoa. And then we got this one from the At Least a Million video, like the actual song, not the vlog. Now I like this one because it's when he's laying on the ground and the drone's like above him spinning around. And I like this shot because Unk bought an expensive drone to do it.
The Uncle Adams drone.
Like he bought this really expensive drone and the most interesting shot he could think of was making it fly like 6 feet above himself. Like drones could go really high. You can do some like crazy stuff with drones, but yeah, just like, you know, lie down. You know, that's cool. Ooh, and then we got Dark Unk. Ooh. Now, if you don't know who Dark Unk is a term used to refer to his old music before he did his motivational stuff. Now, the Dark Unk discography has got a lot of gems in it. You've got stuff like Booze Tune, a song about
Cash checks, have sex on a dirty mattress, and fuck her in the ass without even asking.
Yeah. You also got a song called Hey Friendo, a song about how much Unk really likes his friend Spite. It's kind of surprising that Unk would even acknowledge this sort of era of his, you know, career. This isn't the first time he's mentioned it, but I didn't think he would sell an actual piece of, I guess you'd call it merchandise, you know. But I guess, you know, he's figured he can make a, you know, a bit of money off it, so, you know, whatever. Then we got 90s Unk. This one's from his song 90s. Yeah, that's pretty good. In the song 90s, Unk raps about the 90s.
Tech decks, yo-yos, cap guns, pop rocks, moon shoes, devil sticks, yak backs, hopscotch, Spice Girls, Aqua, Offspring, and Green Day.
This is a good song.
In my school days, man, I was learning the Atlas. Came home at lunch, put some soup in the sandwich.
Yeah, after 9/11, everyone just stopped eating, you know, soup and sandwiches. Like, kids these days don't even know what they are. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how much the world has changed. I can't wait to get to planting seeds. Anyway, a week passed or so, and we got Vivid Things, including the light up shade. You know, that's brilliant, that is. This was the last one listed, and it's been a little while now. I assume there's more to come, but maybe Unk is waiting for them to sell or something. I don't really know. But yeah, that's all the NFTs. That's ain't they all great? Which one do you want to buy first? Is it Cletus? Is it Dark Unk? Or are you a 90s fan? Ooh. Anyway, if my calculations are correct from Everscan, then all of these NFTs cost $220 to mint. That's a heavy cost for some JPEGs. But, of course, Unk made $600 on the first one, so he's still in the green, you know? We could still call this a success, I guess. Also, all of this is in Ethereum, so maybe Ethereum will go up, and, you know, technically Unk would have made more money because Ethereum goes up, I guess, you know? At the moment, it's kind of gone down. The cost of Ethereum's gone down. Maybe by the time this video's uploaded, it's gone back up again. I don't really know. Crypto's like super volatile. Like it goes up and down like a crazy amount. And there's no reason to believe this is the end. Someone could swoop in and buy them all. Who knows? Who knows? The only way they're going to go away is if Unk chooses to destroy them, you know, burn them like the guy with the tokens did. And all that time they're up there, I think they need to be authenticated, so they're just, you know, sitting there using energy. Pretty cool. However, there's a few things I think Unk could have done differently and could, you know, do now to kind of help the crypto adventure. The first one's easy, lower the cost of the bids. Unk has sort of already done this, but it's still way too much. Original is Unk's big meme, that's his, you know, that's his bread and butter, and that one sold for 0.25. But is the 90s NFT really gonna sell for 0.25? Probably not. Like the 90s video has like a fraction of the views of the original. Like no one knows about the 90s. Well, they know about the 90s, but not about this. Now, Unk's already been pretty lucky that there was a nephew invested enough into the Unkle Adams lore with a bunch of crypto earnings like lying around to want to buy the original one. But like, that's just one guy. Like most people in the group I've seen talking about it don't really understand what an NFT is, or they've just heard all the bad stuff about it, which is, you know, fair enough. Like I agree with them. Like, I wouldn't buy an NFT. I don't fucking want one. But like, maybe if you put the bids down by like to $100 or even $50, like, people will then start wanting to buy them because it's that sort of a reasonable cost then. It's hard to say because you're kind of betting on a lot of things, right? You're betting that someone is interested in NFTs, has like crypto money or just money to want to spend to buy in them, and also be invested enough in Uncle Adams lore to like understand, you know, like what the fuck these things are, but also believe enough that Unk is gonna continue to be relevant and that they'll be worth a lot one day. Like, that's a lot of things to like, you know, bet on, right? I also think Unk could have released the NFTs slower. Dark Unk is definitely saying people would be interested in buying, but he was released at the same time as all these other NFTs and it just was like overload. I'm not really a fan of the artwork on this one either. Like, a nephew pointed out that it looks eerily similar to this image, which I don't think is what Unk was going for, but it's kind of funny. But like, fucking hell, if we ditch Cletus, we release the original one, and we wait a little while, then we release Dark Unk, you know, like, capitalize on the hype a bit, I guess. Like, even if it was like a week later, it would give people something to talk about, you know, keep interested in Uncle Adam's story, as it were. I don't know. Maybe it would have flopped, maybe it wouldn't have, who knows. Thirdly, I think Unk could have interacted with his community a bit more when trying to sell these things. Come on, Curtis! Release some fucking videos! You best believe if I was into NFTs, I'll just be non-stop talking about them, like, hey, buy my NFTs, whoa, you could buy fucking this. Like, also, a lot of people don't know what NFTs are and don't really get them. So, like, it would have been good to have a video like, you know, hey, I'm doing this thing, this is what they're about. You should buy them because they might be worth a lot one day. Whoa, you know? And this isn't me, you know, having a go at you, Unk. Like, if you're watching this, I genuinely believe there's still time. Instead of a video, we got a couple of tweets, a couple of Instagram posts, a little bit on Facebook, and I think Unk even sponsored some posts on Facebook. Which, like, why? Why would you do that? Like, random people on Facebook don't know, like, what Dark Unk is, do they? Like, it's just gonna confuse them. I'm like, what? NFTs? Who's Uncle Adams? What? And my last point is, don't be lazy. Like, when these nice pixel images are all next to each other, it looks pretty cool. It's like a nice little collection of all the NFTs. But then you got fucking Cletus, like, just sticking out. Like, why is he here? Why is Cletus here? He's bringing down the whole image here. Shit, I'd say the same with the Origin tokens. Like, it's pretty cool they spin around or whatever, but it's just like a clip art thing. And I get that, like, you can quickly, like, just throw up a Cletus NFT, like, oh, here's my Cletus NFT, buy it, oh, but it's just, no one wants this. No one wants this shitty thing. People also pointed out that the week that Unk decided to do this, there was a 90% drop in NFT revenue, which is bad news to say the least. However, I don't think the NFT meme is over just yet. Since this time, more people have been getting involved with them. I know Twitter's got involved, and like I said, Jay-Z's been getting involved, and there's been talks of like including NFTs into Tidal and stuff like that. Not quite sure how that would work. Maybe like you buy the song as an NFT or something. I don't know. And I guess there's no real incentive for Unk to take them down, so maybe through some stroke of luck. Remember the CryptoPunks I was talking about earlier? This one with a mask was sold recently for a shitload, and I probably don't need to explain why, like why this is relevant. So maybe in the future, like, chef hats will, you know, become in fashion or something, and then, like, you know, the Uncle Adams Original 2 NFT will be the hottest thing on the market. Who knows? I don't really like this kind of logic, though, because it's like, you know, like, it's like, oh, if I buy a lottery ticket every day, I might win one day, and you can't prove I won't until I die. Anyway, that's the Unk NFT arc, I guess. I felt like I should make this video because it seemed like a few people were confused in the Facebook group about what was going on with the NFTs. So I think I'll make a little video just kind of explaining what's happened so far. I'm probably not going to keep this updated, like I'm not going to do like a second video unless something crazy happens and this video is like outdated because of some new shenanigans, I guess. But yeah, what do you think of the NFTs? Let me know in the comments. Have a little subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Probably not going to do videos like this about like a specific Unk thing, if that makes sense. I'll leave that to like BPM stuff, like, so he does a better job than me at like, you know, the sort of catalogue of the lore, I guess, you know, the lore keeper. So yeah, that's it really. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, bye.
Reposting it. I'm confident that it will sell. No excuses, right? Keep going forward no matter what. So I still have a lot of this stuff